The city of Townsville is addicted to their phones!
Hello?
People keep saying my body's fake.
On today's TikTok episode of Get Off My Property, we're gonna tell anything to get off my property.
Get ready with me to go defeat the Powerpuff Girls. First step, we're gonna need money. I'm gonna need more than this, Dad.
Honey, this is all natural.
Back home now to the breaking news overnight. The social media app TikTok going dark.
Millions of Americans are waking
Where'd
up
everyone
this
go?
morning
Where'd my TikTok go?
where you cancel
Hello?
or post, and all you see is a message that it's unavailable.
TikTok is banned. I got nothing else to live for. Mama says read a book, but that's a huge bore. I wanna scroll, I wanna dance, I wanna lip sync, but those fools took my favorite app from my screen. Damn. TikTok's banned in the US.
Why?
This mess got me twisted in a fat, huge stress. All the time to be up in the real world, but it's scary, real people make me wanna hurl. I gotta go on an Instagram, hell no. Mark Zuckerberg platform is for old folks. I wanna scroll all night mindlessly until I sleep. Bring it back or you can kiss these cheeks. You can kiss these cheeks. Damn, TikTok is banned.
Hi, it's Powerpuff Girls Week on this channel. Subscribe for a week's worth of nostalgia. TikTok got banned for about 3 seconds in America and it broke the internet. People were crying.
Has anyone else just been crying on this app all night?
To the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And so many people related to it.
The worst part is, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I'm kind of crashing out right now. Here's me shamelessly asking for help. Even if you can't help me monetarily, if you want to share this video.
Big TikTokers were telling their secrets since TikTok was gonna go away, it was never coming back, and they were like, "Good."
TikTok's getting banned, so let's unveil some deep, dark secrets about myself. Namely, I want to talk about my thingy down there. I have one of the uncut gems.
Anyway, many TikTokers were coming out saying this was actually all an act. I did it all for the money.
So we're all in agreement that the influencers coming forth basically saying, oh, I lied about everything that made me famous is insane, right?
With the stay-at-home daughter. She went viral for posting these day in a life of a stay-at-home daughter videos a couple years back. Well, turns out she's not a stay-at-home daughter. She's had a corporate job the entire time. And then we have Haley Bailey. William, her billionaire boyfriend that she always talks about, is not real.
Shocker. I think the funniest ones was the skinny mukbangers like Baby Dumpling coming out saying, since TikTok is getting banned, there's one more secret I have to share with you. I don't eat all the food. Girl, I was fighting in the comments for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Only to come back and say,
oh my god, this is kind of awkward. Not gonna lie, this is kind of awkward.
and then when people get upset and want to cancel you, oh my god, can we please cancel her? You come back and say, no. The truth video was actually a lie. I do eat everything all the time, and you guys are kind of dumb for not understanding that it was a joke.
Hi, my dumplings. I thought it was obvious that it was a joke.
Duh, idiots. You can totally eat 58 chicken nuggets, 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers, and a whole platter of pizza and look like this.
I promise I eat all the food. This is so awkward.
The backtracking is crazy. No, wait, I need your money. Come back. I fear you sound like me when I'm caught in a lie.
This is literally so iconic.
Well, after 9 years of being on the app full of laughter, mouthing words, and of course dances, TikTok was flooded with a lot of sadness and tearful goodbyes.
It's just like, why would they take this app from the girls? Like, if you wanted to take it from the boys, not the girls, not the girls.
Baby. You crying? She's crying because TikTok's going away, aren't you?
So sad.
You know what? If I was a TikTok couple influencer people and my husband runs up to me when I'm in my jammy jams and crying over TikTok getting demolished, I'm mollywopping him. You hear that, Garrett? Anyway, so people were very, very upset because for many people, TikTok gave them a job. That's what it comes down to for many of these people. No matter what you think, TikTok is a job for many people. Like YouTube is my job, and many people got their career started on TikTok. Some people like comedian Matt Rife.
This app served an amazing purpose, and we were able to spread joy and laughter and happiness and provide a lot of good distractions in a lot of people's hectic lives.
You know what? A lot of fat acceptance girlies are on TikTok, and that's the place to go is TikTok if you're into fat acceptance. It seems more accepting on that platform. So a lot of them were doing their goodbyes, Tess Holiday being one. First, almost 500-pound A-word plus-size model who eats McDonald's and says that she actually doesn't eat.
I'm starving.
Was one of those people saying their goodbye.
I've enjoyed our late night lives, and I've enjoyed being roasted by 12-year-olds.
Is she talking about me? Excuse you. I am not 12, Tess. I am a sophisticated grown woman. So Myra, we've talked about her a couple times. We know her as the official mean girl of the fat acceptance who walks into places that has clothing and she tries on clothes, blames everyone else that she doesn't fit into them. Making a video on her soon for the people saying she's helping the plus size community. It's been 8 years, y'all, and she's still complaining that she can't fit into anything. The call is coming from inside the house. Pick up the phone and answer. That it's you. Anyway, different topic for a different day coming up. Subscribe for that. Anyway, she said her goodbyes as well because she got very popular on TikTok with the whole "this clothing doesn't fit me" shtick, and it's your fault.
Plus sizes, they say big bag, get to the bag.
But she gave hers a little gospel flair.
I want to thank everyone who has seen me these last few years on this app, and I am just so blessed to have been able to be a blessing to others.
I just can't imagine getting on TikTok and being like, I'm so happy I bless y'all with not fitting into my clothes. Hallelujah! Follow me on my other socials so I can still make money and be popular.
You can follow me on Instagram. I might post a little something on YouTube.
We're gonna get back to the fat acceptance girlies later on in this video, but the most interesting one to me was that Michaela, the makeup girl with the accent, who got canceled for mascara, if I remember, and among a whole bunch of other things, but she did a whole 2-part series for her goodbye. And Michaela is pretty much known for being the girl that's the
try being an influencer for a day.
You know, her life is hard as an influencer, and this video did not help people not make fun of her for that whole thing.
Hi guys, this may be my last video on TikTok. I don't know. You can see I'm not in my familiar place, and I sound like this.
Oh no, did you have to evacuate because your house burned down and all your wonderful belongings?
I'm in Disney World.
Oh, so you're in one of the funnest, happiest places on earth. Okay. Yeah, I just lost my husband of 38 years. This seems so small. You know, 2 different things people can be sad about. Different things.
I wish I could give you a big fucking hug right now.
So many people in the TikTok world are very angry, pissed off, frustrated, and of course saddened, but mostly confused. Why would America, the home of the free, the place where we have freedom of speech, and most importantly, I mean, freedom, it's like our whole thing, take time away from banning child porn and ban TikTok? That is a very great question. Good job. So basically, according to the US officials, the Chinese app TikTok can gather information from us. Now me, I don't know if I really care if Zhong Wang knows that I'm watching a pug scream for the 456th time that day. And you know what? The many other people really didn't care even more than me if a Chinese spy knew what they were doing online.
I surrender all my data to China. Here you go, China. In exchange for keeping my TikTok, you can have all my information.
I mean, what are they gonna find out? That our IQs are dropping?
American IQ scores have been rapidly dropping over the last few decades.
The younger generation says Riz now?
Now, Riz normally means to impress a woman.
Data and what they're finding out to the side, I just think that excuse from the government is complete BS. As someone who's not an avid TikTok user, I don't post very much, I don't make money from the app. It was a very weird explanation. I thought being online, everything's kind of up for grabs. And honestly, my personal Chinese spy is very nice, was always upfront on what he was doing, and now he doesn't have a job.
Hello guys, this is your Chinese spy speaking. I want to post this video before it's too late. I guess we are not going to see each other again in the future.
So then many TikTokers said, fine, you don't want us being connected to China? Well, then I'll go find another Chinese app that's literally made by the Chinese government themselves. And that Chinese government made app was called Redbook.
How you feel, US government? How
How you feel now?
Americans called it Redbook. The Chinese called it Xiaohongshu, which is a lifestyle, e-commerce, and social media platform. Think Instagram meets TikTok. An app whose feed offers an infinite scroll of Instagram-like posts powered by TikTok-style customization and recommendations. I was watching a few videos said that on this app it's mostly educated Chinese women, but a few days before the TikTok ban, TikTokers flooded to this Redbook app and made it the #1 downloaded app in the App Store very quickly. And these influx number had many of the users very confused as to why are so many Americans now interested in what I am doing and watching me?
Hello, TikToker refugees from the US. Welcome to the Redbook.
So these TikTok refugees started flooding this Chinese app and started connecting with people. They were learning Mandarin.
Yep. Already got my translators in, because if I get over there on Red Note and somebody look at me the wrong way, that means what you looking at in Mandarin Chinese.
The Red Note mamas were teaching their kids the language. Black mom teaching their kid Mandarin after joining Red Note.
如果 Johnny 有5个苹果
That brings back a lot of memories getting helped at home with algebra. People were singing Mandarin. Dancing. And after a few days on this app, many people were saying, is this why America wants us to hate China? Because it seems pretty cool over there.
I really think America has made a huge mistake when banning this app, because now that we're all on Red Note, we're actually learning that a lot of the crap that they've been talking about China is absolutely not true. We're like, wait a second, you guys have universal healthcare? You don't have to pay for an ambulance when you get picked up to the hospital. You have amazing cars for very low prices.
Are we in the bad place? Oh, that's referencing the Netflix series, The Good Place, where they die and they get sent to heaven.
Where am I? Who are you and what's going on?
Right. So, you, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
But then they actually notice that they are not in the bad place, they're actually in hell.
This is the bad place.
So damn, this person thinks America is hell. Okay, that's a little dramatic, but I do get what she's saying. I'm not a very traveled person. You know, I do love to stay in my hobbit hole, so I really am not educated on anywhere else. All I know is America.
Cafe drinks look significantly better than the shit we're getting at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts.
You do not tell the Americans that they have an upgraded Starbucks, because many of them will slide all the way through to China. Anyway, nonetheless, before the TikTok ban, TikTokers were telling everyone to go to Red Note or Redbook, whatever it's called. It's so much better than TikTok.
I downloaded Red Note so you didn't have to. Let me tell you, I've been scrolling for 45 minutes. They ate us up.
And also, check out China. Our government lied to us.
So now we know why America didn't want us to see what was going on in China. And if you don't know, head on over to Xiaohongshu and check out those grocery hauls. Red Note. Go to Red Note and check out their grocery hauls. And if that's not a slap in the face for you, look at how much they spend on healthcare.
But with all the positivity, many were saying, don't do it. You guys are signing your life away to the communists.
Going to Red Note is a bad idea. I didn't want to have to make this video because I wanted to believe people were smart enough to realize this, but I guess I have to. Red Note is actually owned by the Chinese Communist Party. I don't know about you, but I can't read Mandarin, and I'm willing to bet that 99% of Americans also can't read Mandarin. And the ones that can probably didn't sit down to read the terms and conditions.
Yep, the terms and conditions, which nobody reads.
By clicking agree, you are also acknowledging that Apple may show your mouth to the butthole of another iTunes user.
People don't even read books here, okay? We just hear social media and we say yes. We will do that. We will do anything. We don't care. We just want to mindlessly scroll.
So I did it for you guys because I knew you guys weren't going to do it. So
that's actually really true. Me agreeing to the Red Note terms and conditions that said I could be signing my life away.
You know what? Hell yeah.
People don't care. They just want a scroll thing. But many people who were still on TikTok were warning others about Red Note.
Look, that Red Note app is not for us.
They were warning others that they're going to get access to all of your things.
There's already been posts out that show that the Red Note app has backdoors built into it, so they're able to pretty much probably pull whatever data they want off of your phone.
All of your sweet, sweet data.
You potentially have just now given them access to a treasure trove of data.
And most importantly, you can't make no money on Red Note, okay? You can't monetize your dance moves, you can't mouth your words and get money for it.
Not only do I think that there's no way to monetize on there like you do on TikTok, it looks cute, it looks fun, but It's not for me.
But you know what? People said, fuck it, don't care. Me on hold with the red note after receiving a letter in the mail that I signed up for the Chinese army and have 24 hours to report to basic training. Me when after accepting the terms and conditions in Mandarin and you receive a thank you letter from Red Note for giving them access to all your bank accounts. Me getting the letter in the mail saying the Chinese military. Yeah, a lot of Chinese military type of thing, you get it. People didn't care. They were very unserious about literally everything. We found a beyond Squid Games. In the club, we all comrades. Actually did try out the app and I did get a letter from the Chinese army, and I have to warn you guys, I will not be any use to you. I am a wimp. I absolutely need a half cup of almond milk before bed. I need a sound machine to go to sleep and 30 minutes of neck stretches in the morning to loosen me up. So the app, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of cool to see the Chinese people helping out the Americans, because when I got on there, I didn't know what was happening or what to do. And so I didn't last very long. I don't speak Mandarin and I'm probably not gonna learn.
How to say I'm American in Chinese? 我是美国人.
So pay attention, TikTok refugees. Here's some things you need to know about this app if you're gonna stay for like 2 or 3 days or like a month or something. First, yes, we can be fam in the club. Nobody's trying to start a war here, even though you show up in my living room without any invitation, but Chinese people still welcome all of you. Why? Because we're just that great, okay?
Because the interactions that we have been having with people across the planet that for the most part in our culture have been kind of villainized, has been eye-opening, to say the least.
Guys, the people in China really take their friendship seriously, because I have my pen pal from Red Note, and every day she sends me good morning, good night, we chat.
Hello, my TikTok friends. Today's class is to get yourself a good, authentic Chinese name.
It was really cool to see everyone coming together.
We can do some languages exchange. I mean, you will be my English teacher.
Everybody was coming together and people were so excited. Okay, so I don't think Red Note is for me, unfortunately. You are so beautiful, my fat sister. We talk a lot about fat acceptance and fat shaming and whatnot, and many of the fat acceptance girlies who love TikTok and love being fat and love being called fat, and the word obese is a slur word.
Word obese is a slur. At least one person will always pop their head out of the ground to say obese is a medical term.
There's nothing wrong with my body. Fat is not a dirty word.
When I reclaimed the word fat, I felt empowered.
You're like, I embrace the word fat.
Yeah. If you've watched any videos on my page, then you know that I use the word fat to talk about my own body and about fatness.
And a lot of them were very, very excited about Red Note until they remembered that China, they will in fact call you fat, and they do not think that being fat is something to be proud of.
I cannot be the only plus size girl, fat girl if you will, that is terrified of posting on Red Note.
Here, technically, I'm fat in China and muscular. I don't know if they're really into that. I think they would think that I'm a freak. Moving to Red Note is funny as to me because all the people who talk shit about my size on TikTok are also about to be bullied for being a fat American. Yeah, and some did. It's been a week on Red Note and the Chinese already called me fat. If it makes you feel any better, they called my pug a fat tortilla. So many people were kind of frightened to post because they thought they were gonna be called fat, and that's from like bigger people to the thinner people. But one plus size girlie that we've talked about quite a bit was very excited to get on the app, and that is Fat Fab Feminist.
There is no funnier outcome than all of TikTok moving to Red Note. If they do in fact ban TikTok in the next week, like personally to me, no funnier outcome, so I will be making one right now.
I'm just cracking up a little bit at the thought of the Chinese scrolling and then boom, they see Fat Fab Feminist, angry, ranting, pissed off that someone lost weight. And she's using terms like thin mint, the thin in like a negative tone. And she's very, very mad about someone getting thin. And the Chinese are just watching this woman, very confused as to why she would be mad that someone lost weight.
They grew fat.
They'd be a lot more confused than we are, and that's like peak level of confusion, you guys. I sympathize for them. But she did go on the app. I did end up finding her. She did not block me, did on TikTok, and she wasn't posting about fat activism type things. She was posting herself in a very cute little red dress, and the comments were extremely nice. Nobody was mean. I did look on there if there was any kind of like fat acceptance anything, and there really wasn't anything like that, like they have on TikTok. I think a lot of people from fat acceptance acceptance, realize that other countries are not on board with this. I mean, America is barely on board with this. You go to other countries, let's just say if you love being called fat with a hard F, go to China. They'll tell you.
I called someone fat in the US.
My nickname in Vietnamese was Gon Mup, which really translates exactly to fat girl.
All in all, people were upset about the TikTok ban, but they found a solution and everyone was getting along. A light at the end of the tunnel. Happiness, joy, and connectionness. Everything was gonna be okay.
Apps, he raised the question of Red Note. Well, guess what? If TikTok users flood to Red Note, they're going to face the same challenge there because it's also controlled by the Communist Party.
Which brings up the question, are you just going to keep banning everything except for child porn? Once again, coming from someone who's not super into TikTok, leave the TikTok people alone, they're just trying to dance. I don't think they have anything to hide. Unlike some people, the government, if you're wondering what I'm talking about. So then, at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, TikTok was banned. And people lost their goddamn mind.
I have no idea how I'm gonna survive.
I really don't know what we're gonna do without TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok ban lasted for about 14 hours. The government put their foot down and then said, okay, fine, you can have it back now.
Can I just say how iconic we all are? They threatened to take our favorite app because of data, and we're like, we'll download Xiaohongshu and give our data directly, bitch. Then they take it only for 12 hours, and people are calling the police. I saw all these reports. People were calling the police like, where's my TikTok? Like, we had a meltdown, and they're all like, we gotta turn this bitch back on.
People magically signed on within those 12 hours and saw that TikTok said that Trump saves TikTok even though he tried to ban it a few years. That was very confusing.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok.
And many people would say, okay.
This is not Democrat or Republican. This is oligarchy, quasi-dictatorship level shit.
The conspiracy started rolling on in.
People are now thinking that this is all just a big setup, that Donald Trump and the CEO of TikTok had this planned from the get-go.
And now many people think that Trump and his people owns at least a small part, at least, of TikTok because the CEO of TikTok no longer has CEO of TikTok in his bio, and people are freaking out.
People are speculating that Meta is perhaps who's going to be owning half of TikTok. Meta has added a link to Facebook and Instagram where you can now add your TikTok account, as well as most of the senators that voted either yes or no to the TikTok ban have all been buying stocks in Meta.
Number 2, somebody sold out. I don't know what the agreement was, but just know everybody's in cahoots. Trump, CEO of TikTok, Mark Z, all of the tech billionaires, all the billionaires, the government, all 3 branches, they're in cahoot.
Makes me think that he has been shady for a while, and my big conspiracy is I think that whole Congress meeting was a setup to make us like him.
American Facebook and Instagram users woke up on Monday to their personal accounts automatically following the new president, Donald Trump.
Why is this on here? So I went to the profile and it said that I was following her.
And I got a notification that said Donald Trump updated his profile pic. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird because I don't follow Donald Trump. I don't follow any politicians.
I have to say, as someone who uses TikTok and also follows no politicians, my algorithm is exactly the same. I didn't see that I'm now following any politicians, not Biden, not Trump, not anyone from either party, at least that I know of. My For You page is the same. And about the people freaking out that now Facebook is trying to add a link to your contacts to Facebook, they did that when I signed up years ago because I remember saying out loud, absolutely freaking not. My page didn't get affected by this, but people are saying everything's different, and if you want it back to normal, you must block Trump and his homeboys, and that will fix it right up. Or maybe not. Literally blocked Trump on Instagram and he is somehow back in my following. How is this allowed or legal in any sense? But nonetheless, people are very happy that it's back.
Only God can do. Guys, I literally just woke up and by my muscle memory, I clicked TikTok thinking it was still gonna be banned, and it works for me.
Aw, was it upsetting when Congress and the Supreme Court got rid of your favorite app? Not to worry, those are no longer co-equal branches of government. Your new American emperor fixed it for you. So get back to dancing and those silly little lip sync videos because everything's fine.
So, everybody everybody just kind of threw some fits, said some things. Some people told us a little bit too much about their penis.
I also hit puberty super late, so until I was like 17 or 18, it just looked like a deflated water balloon.
And exposed themselves for being a liar.
I eat all the food
on social media, but you know, in the end, we all raged it out, and now we're back to normal, like a very dysfunctional family that only talks to each other because we just kind of have to. So that's the drama with the whole TikTok thing. The government acted like Harold from Hey Arnold, who steals your lunch, pushes you down, and then acts like the good guy when they finally give it back. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Congratulations to whoever loves TikTok, and a lot of you guys got your jobs back.
For now.
And I will see all of you guys next time. I have to go make a TikTok telling people I'm not an evil devil named him from Townsville. I am actually a 5'2" hobbit from California. So please don't tell the Powerpuff Girls.
I got nothing else to live for. Mama says read a book, but that's a huge bore. I wanna scroll, I wanna dance, I wanna lip sync, but those fools took my favorite app from my screen. Damn. TikTok's banned in the US. This mess got me twisted in a fat, huge